This book, guys, as much as I want to do this review outside in the beautiful sun, it is so bright and it is so hot. So in case you guys are wondering, I do take my hair down. I'm gonna brush it out and it'll be voluminous and glorious thanks to JVN's. All right, so the review for The Housemaid. This is a wild ride, guys. If you have not jumped on the Frida McFadden train and you're into thriller, what are you even doing? For real, because I'm not into thriller. I get very anxious when I read. I'm a little bit too empathetic, I would say, to read thriller, and I can envision things, and that sticks with me for a while. So I had to break this up into 3 different parts. I actually started this book last fall, and I did not pick it up again until I started telling one of my best friends about this novel. In telling one of my best friends about this novel, I literally was like, I have to continue reading it. And I just was in the mood. This girl named Millie, who is trying to find a job because she just recently got fired, and she's an ex-convict, so she has limited options, and she really just wants something to get her to a point where she's stable and can earn enough to like continue moving forward. So she applies for a housemaid job, and the woman who hires her, she knows is going to do a background check and could not believe how easy it was for her to get this job. So she moves into the house. She is told that she has to stay in the attic. She notices that the attic only has a lock on the outside. There's no lock on the inside. So essentially if you get locked in, like there's no way out. She notices that the window has been painted shut. She notices that there's just a cot there. So she just didn't understand like why that was her setup. But being desperate, she was like, yeah, I need this job. I'll take it. She starts to be the housemaid, and what she was told her job description was quickly turns into a little bit more of a task. She ends up being essentially like anything they need her to be, aside from just someone who cooks and cleans. She gets to know the family and embarks on this journey that I wouldn't recommend for anybody. Okay, so this book, not only do you think certain things about Nina, who is the wife, Andy, who is the husband, Cecilia, who is the child, and Millie, who is the housemaid. All I can say is you're wrong every step until you get to a certain point. And then you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. And then in lieu of all of this, there's this nice little group that is created. And that is where I had to draw the line. Because as much as I'm intrigued and I almost want to read book 2 right this second, I will tell you that it does, like I said, it affects my mood a little bit and it makes me very anxious. And I definitely thought about it up until I went to sleep last night about what one of the things that Millie did in this novel just kept living freely, rent-free in my mind. And that's just not needed. No idea what the thriller things are, but what I can tell you is that this has just enough detail to keep you on edge,